All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Be Strong, Breathe Right. Anyone's first day today? Give me a wave. Awesome. And then as well as our wonderful crew of returning exercisers. So just a quick reminder, some safety reminders. We're going to have a nice clear space around us to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. It's important to have a sturdy chair, nothing with wheels. Sturdy footwear or bare feet will help prevent it being slippery. And then I want everybody to remember that you are in charge of your intensity today. So we're going to pay attention to our bodies and how we're feeling. Yes, we want to make it challenging, but we also want it to be doable. And I'm going to keep reminding you about our breathing pattern as we go through class today. Okay? And I'll keep checking in with you. Thumbs up means I'm doing well, ready to continue. Sideways thumb, I'm okay, I just need a longer rest. Thumbs down is I'm not okay, and you should be unmuting and communicating with me so that I can better support you, okay? Let's start with a couple breathing exercises. We're going to breathe, think about filling up our belly as we lift our arm up. And then we're going to exhale through lips to bring the hand back down. We're going to alternate. Breathe in, raise an arm. Breathe out like we're breathing out through a straw. Breathe in, raise the arm. Breathe out through that invisible straw. Two more. Breathe in, raise that arm up. Nice little stretch. Breathe out to lower the arm down, and final one. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out to lower down. Now we're going to take the hands facing upwards. Elbows are tucked in. We're going to inhale, pulling the hands apart like we're going to touch a wall behind us. Exhale to bring the hands back in. Inhale, pull the hands apart. A little bit of a stretch through the chest. Exhale to bring the hands back in. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing out through pursed lips. Two more. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. And shake up the hands. Perfect. Okay, and then we're just going to finish with our cat-cow breathing. So if I turn to the side, we're going to move through our shoulder blades and upper back, not our lower back. We're going to inhale to pull the elbows back, and then gently arch up. We're extending, pulling the shoulder blades together. And then we're going to exhale to slide the hands away and round through the shoulder blades. Please go within your control, especially with osteoporosis. Breathe in, pull the elbows back, gentle extension. Exhale to gently round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round, and we'll do one more. Inhale. And exhale. And relax there. All right, team. Remember, you can stay seated or choose to stand, whatever is most comfortable for your body today. So I'll invite us to start moving more and more. Hands down by the side. We're going to start rolling the hands. If you wanted to start getting the feet moving, you can choose to do that. And then from rolling the wrists, we're going to start with some tight arm circles by our body. So again, you can choose to sit or stand. It looks like you might not be seeing my full body, so I'll step back just a wee bit. All right, tight arm circles, and then we're going to open them up to medium circles, whatever that looks like to you. We're still thinking about our breathing pattern as we're starting up some movement. And big arm circles as big as you are comfortable with. And we're thinking about deepening our inhale and lengthening that exhale. And we're gonna change direction, starting with big circles. Think about breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, medium circles. And then we're gonna finish off with small, tight circles, arms down by the side. Excellent. All right, you can rest there. We're gonna put hands on hips. We're gonna do a couple hip circles. So we're gonna kick our hips out to the one side. We're gonna push them back to go all the way around till we kick out the other side, and then we go in front. So remember, you wanna be in control of all the movement. Think about what feels good for your body. Especially as we bring the hips forward, try to keep the hips moving. Maybe the upper body a little bit, but we want to keep that lower back stable. And we can change the direction of those circles. Aiming to get a little bit of a stretch through outer hips, maybe through the inner thighs a little bit. Maybe the back of the legs when the hips go back. And relax. Brilliant. All right, I'd like to invite you to start tapping one heel out in front of you at a time. Remember, if you are choosing to stand, I just ask that you have balance support within grabbing distance, whether you use it or not. It's there just in case. Good. If you feel comfortable, you can add pushing either one arm or both arms out in front of you as we tap. Good, and as we start moving more and more, we're still thinking about our breathing pattern. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Deepen that inhale and lengthen that exhale. Good, all right, we're gonna transition here to a side step. So we're stepping side to side. Side step, feet together, side step, feet together. If you are seated, you are welcome to just tap one foot out to the side at a time. Good. If you want to move an arm across your body as we side step, you can go ahead and add that. Remember, you are in control and we are still warming up. We are steadily preparing our bodies to work harder and harder throughout the class. But we're just ramping it up. Good. A few more steps here. 3, 2, and 1. You can relax your arms. We're now going to practice tapping our feet behind us. So it's a little bit of balance as well. We're going to keep steady on our feet. We're going to reach one foot to toe behind us. And you'll notice that I keep my weight on my front foot. We bring it back in, we tap the foot behind and bring it back forwards. Tap the toe behind, bring it back forwards. So we're staying balanced on that front foot. And if you're seated, you are welcome to have your feet out in front of you a little bit more and bring one foot back. Or you can choose to tap out kind of a backwards diagonal. Making sure you have that clear space. Good, so whatever feels best for your body. We're still thinking about that breathing pattern, breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Excellent. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to give the legs a little bit of a chance to breathe. Arms out in front. We're going to pull our hands back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then push your hands out in front of you. We pull the hands back, press them out in front of you. Show from the side, pull them back, push out in front. Pull them back, push out in front. Good, you can time it to your breathing pattern. Now it doesn't really matter here which part of the movement you inhale or exhale, because without a resistance, we're exerting effort both ways, right? We're pressing the hands away from us, we're pulling the hands towards us, so you can choose what makes most sense to you as long as you maintain that breathing pattern. And 3, 2, 1, and shake out the arms. Brilliant. All right, team. We're gonna start increasing our intensity a little bit and a little bit more. I can see my timer turned off. Give me one moment here. We're gonna move on to some cardio exercise. So our goal is to steadily increase the intensity until we're huffing and puffing a little bit, but still in control of our breathing. All right, we're gonna start with lifting a knee, tapping across. And I'm starting the timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So you can choose to sit or stand. You can choose to stand and have balance support and just focus on lifting the legs. And remember, there's always a couple ways that we can increase intensity. So the greater the range of motion, which here would be the higher we lift the knees, the more intense it'll be. Getting arms and legs moving is going to increase the intensity. And the faster we move, the more intense it is. You can also do the reverse of those things to reduce intensity. Find what's challenging but doable for you. 3, 2, 1, rest. So 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Remember our recovery position, standing or seated. We get into our breathing pattern. And our next movement will be tapping the toe out, reaching across our body in 3, 2, 1. Join when you're ready. Tap the foot out. If you would like to increase the intensity, you can get both arms moving at a time. So increasing limbs, or you can increase the range of motion. That would be reaching up overhead if that feels okay for your body. So lots of different ways we can do the different movements so that everybody in class can feel like they're being challenged and like it is doable. 3, 2, 1, rest. So again, find that recovery position, whether you're seated or standing. And as we recover, we aim to deepen our inhale and lengthen the exhale. Excellent. Next movement is we're gonna do our shadow boxing. Get your hands up. And 3, 2, 1, we are punching in front of us. There we go. Remember, you can rotate gently through the upper body. You can do some uppercuts. I heard some of you were frustrated at that baseball game. Let's punch it away. Got about 10 seconds left. Remember to keep exhaling through pursed lips. Keep in control of your breathing. 3, 2, 1, rest. Excellent. Catch your breath here. Get your recovery position. Well done, team. Okay, our next one here. We're going to tap our foot behind us, and you can reach out in front of you if you're comfortable with that. 3, 2, 1, go. This is like cross-country skiing. We're tapping that foot behind us as we reach out in front of us. If you want to choose to stand and hold on to balance support and focus on just your legs, that is an option. Remember, we can be seated, pull the foot back, as we reach out in front. Challenging and doable. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Find that recovery position. Remember, we're breathing out through pursed lips. Nice work. Next, we're gonna step up and over the log. So we're gonna have that log beside us. You decide how big it is. Up and over in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, you could put hands on hips, or you could get your arms moving. The bigger that log, the harder this will be. Make it challenging and doable. Great work, everybody. You are all working super hard. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. You find that recovery position. Some of you might be starting to wonder, when will this cardio ever end? We've got one final cardio challenge, and it's going to be a little bit longer than 40 seconds. We're going to see if we can just keep moving for 80 seconds, double the time. And that movement can look however it needs to for you. You can choose how you want to move, but we're starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. So you can choose however you want to move for those 80 seconds. That movement can change throughout that time. Our goal is just to maintain some sort of movement for 80 seconds. So do whatever you need to do to maintain movement, to keep it challenging and doable. However that looks to you. I better not lose track of what time we started at. We're halfway through. Good, as we keep moving, I've got really good news for you, because some of you may have seen all this equipment in the corner of the room today. You may have thought we might be using it today. We aren't. It's just there. That's my good news for today. Happy Tuesday. All right, team, we've got 10 seconds left. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we're gonna have a longer rest here. Get into your breathing pattern. Remember your recovery position, seated or standing. Good. I'm gonna ask everyone to show me thumbs. Are we doing good? Are we doing good but just need a rest? Am I not doing good? All right. Those are some good looking thumbs, everybody. Nobody even drew a face. I need to do that next time, maybe. Little smiley face on the thumb. Good. So we're just focused on catching our breath here. While we do that, it's a great chance to just check in. Do we have the right equipment for what we're going to be doing next? We're going to move on to doing some strengthening exercises. So you will be encouraged to have some sort of a weight, whatever that means to you. You can use whatever is available to you, as well as a stretchy band. Okay, if you don't have a stretchy band, you can use a hand towel or belt or strap that you can pull against. Now you're not going to be able to do the range because it doesn't stretch, but you can still kind of pull against it to create some tension, okay? One thing we haven't done in a little while with our stretchy bands is just have a look over our stretchy bands. So I like to give it a little tug and look over. Is there any holes or tears in the rubber? Is there any noticeable fading where there's, a strip on the rubber where it's really obviously faded, a lighter color. Those are all kind of weaker parts in the rubber where it could snap, okay? Remember, these bands should be replaced every year. It's usually recommended. Don't store them in a hot place. All right, do we feel like we're in control of our breathing? Excellent, good, maintain that pattern. We are going to start not with the band, we're gonna start with the weight, okay? We are going to do sit to stands. I know we never do those. We always do those. All right, you got 2 variations to choose from today. You can have your feet right underneath you, and you can stay seated and just push your feet into the ground to get those muscles fired up. Or you can choose to stand all the way up and then down. Okay, and between those two, we are going to, whether you push and then relax and then step the foot forward, or if you're standing all the way up, it's up. We step forward with control, come back, and sit. Ready? We're doing 10, and we're gonna alternate which foot steps. Okay, it's helpful to breathe out as we stand, and push through those feet. And then we can take a small step forward. I've kept that foot planted, so I'm gonna bring it right back. And then we're gonna be aware of sitting back down with control to make sure that when we step forward, we brought it right back. Make sure that chair is kind of where you think it is, right? Push through those feet. Step the other foot forward. Bring it back. You might need to glance at your feet. Slow with control, we sit back down. We try our best to not plop. And push through the feet. Step. Back. And sit. And push through the feet. Step. Back. Good. That core should be nice and tight as we do that step. And up. Step. Back. Be aware where that chair is. And push through the feet. Step. Back. Sit with control. Who's counting for me? Nobody? Oh, that's dangerous. I'm going to say we have to start at 1. Make our way back up. Good. Down with control. Exhale as we push through the feet. Good work. We've got 2 more. Push through the feet to step. Back. Down with control. And last one. Push through the feet to step. Back. And down with control. Brilliant. Well done, everybody. That was awesome. You're welcome to put your weight to the side now. We're going to use our band. And today we're going to do an upper body exercise, or a lower body exercise, upper body exercise, and then we'll catch our breath. So the goal is grab your band. Can we put it underneath our feet? So we're starting to get used to some of those movements. We've been repeating a couple movements over the last few weeks. This move is our banded row. So I've got my heels on the ground. I've got my toes up. We're sitting up tall and we're pulling the band back. Thinking about squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit. And then with control, coming back to that starting position. Let's try to exhale as we pull. And slowly straighten it back out. Good. Pull. And back. Now as you're practicing this, I do want to show one thing as I'm turned sideways here. If we pull too far, my shoulder has to rotate downwards to pull back. That can be kind of hard on our shoulder. So we want to think about just bringing our elbows back to where our shoulder blades tell us, yep, that's a good spot. We feel strong, and then we bring it back. So we pull to where our hands are just about in line with our sides versus trying to pull back as far as we can, the shoulders round. Okay, got about 3 more. Pull, come back with control, pull, back with control, and then final one, exhale as we pull, and back with control. All right, carefully untangle your feet there. And we're gonna take 3 breaths together, and then we will repeat. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and relax. If you need to rest a bit longer, please listen to your body and do that. But we're gonna repeat those 2 exercises one more time. What was the first strength exercise we did? There we go. I like how I didn't quite trick anybody into doing a bonus sit to stand. A couple of you just went stand up. All right, grab your weight if you would like to add to the intensity. Remember, you can also choose to do this without a weight. We're gonna push through those feet. Ready and push. Good, then we're going to touch our foot forward or step forward. Bring it back and sit with control. Make sure that chair is where you think it is. Push through the feet, step, back, and then with control, we're sitting back down. Stick that bum out behind you. Push through the feet, step, back, and down. Now those of you with cranky knees, if you're choosing to stand all the way up, it's extra important to really squeeze your glute muscles. So a good visual I'd like to give people that really helps is pretend you're crushing a walnut. You can guess where. Crush the walnut to help you stand up. That can help us feel more in control of the movement and take some pressure off cranky knees. Good, maintain that breathing pattern. Good. Push through the feet to step, back, sit with control, push through the feet, step, and back, sit with control, and 2 more. Push through the feet, step, back, and down, and final one if you can. Push through the feet, step, and back with control. Good. Well done, everybody. Right from there, we grab our stretchy band. We're gonna put the band underneath the feet. So again, I've got heels on the ground, toes are pointed up. I'm gonna sit up tall. I can lean forward a little bit through the hips, if you feel comfortable with that, as long as we're not rounding. And then we're going to exhale to pull, and then breathe in to slowly bring it back. Exhale to pull, breathe in to bring it back. Exhale to pull, inhale back. Well done. And 4. Bring it back. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Or 10, sorry. Inhale, and we're doing 2 extra ones. That's where I got mixed up. That's 11. And then our final one, we're getting 12. We are exhaling to pull. Inhale to bring it back. And then we relax the band. Fantastic. Feel free to grab a sip of water. And I'm just gonna guide us through 3 breaths. I'll count it out. When you're ready, grabbing water, focus on drinking your water. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and relax there. Good work, everybody. Show me those thumbs. How are we doing? Okay. Excellent. If you're feeling like you're good but need a rest, or you're feeling in between, just take a moment and focus on your breathing pattern. Okay. And again, we're doing a lower body exercise, then upper body. So our next round is with the stretchy band. We're going to do some seated clamshells. So we're going to wrap the band around our thighs. And then I like to crisscross the band. Remember, if holding onto the band is making sore hands, we can always wrap it around our palm to help us hold on to it. Okay, whatever feels best for you. And if you do not have a resistance band, you're welcome to just place your hand on the outside of the thighs and have a little hand to knee battle. You'll kind of copy the movement. Your hands will provide the resistance. So seated clamshell, band around the thighs. We're focused on crushing those walnuts. So squeezing our glutes to pull the knees apart. And then with control, bringing them back in. So crush the walnut, pull the knees apart. And then with control, bring it back in. Pull apart and bring it back. Pull apart and bring it back. Excellent. So our goal is to do 12. And this is 6. So it can be really helpful to exhale on effort. The effort here is pulling the knees apart, squeezing the glutes. And exhale there, inhale to return back to that starting position. Exhale to pull apart. Inhale to bring it back. And we've got 9, 10, 11, and 12. Excellent. All right, you can relax the band. Now I'm going to encourage for our next movement a wall push-up, but we always have the variation of putting the band around your back and doing a banded chest press instead of a wall push-up. So you can have the band here and push your arms out in front of you and then bring it back with control. So you can choose whether to do a banded chest press, or you can move to the wall. You're in control of how far away you are, and with control, lower yourself towards the wall and then push through your hands to come back up. Our goal is to do 12. Breathing in. And the only difference between the cueing for breathing between a wall push-up and chest press with the band is as we push ourselves back up from the wall push-up is when we want to exhale. If you're doing a banded chest press, it's when you push your hands out in front of you. So regardless, it's during that pushing movement that we exhale and then inhale to reset. Exhale to push. Inhale to reset. Exhale to push. Inhale to reset. Exhale to push. And really think about pushing almost through your rib cage. That'll help prevent your shoulder from doing all the work. Want those chest muscles to do it. So push through the rib cage. And I think this is 9. We're going to 12. So exhale as we push. 10. Inhale to reset. Exhale to push. Inhale to reset. And then last one. Exhale to push. And inhale to reset. We get an extra push in there. A bonus push. All right, team. So this is your chance to grab a sip of water. And we're just going to count out 3 breaths while we recover. If you would rather maintain some gentle movement to help you recover, you're more than welcome to. But we're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Good. Show me your thumbs. There we go. I didn't see any downwards thumbs, but please feel free to unmute and communicate with me or type into chat, and we can go from there. All right. So repeating those 2 movements. The first one was that seated clamshell. So again, if you're using just your hands, you're attempting to pull the knees apart, but you can apply some resistance using your hands, so your hands are pushing in, okay? Otherwise, the band wraps around your thighs. I prefer to crisscross, up to you. And then we're crushing walnuts to pull the knees apart. We're doing 12. Ready? Let's go. Exhale to squeeze and pull, and then relax. Exhale to squeeze your glutes, pull the knees apart, and relax. Exhale, and relax. Good. This movement, the more effort you put into crushing that walnut, the more intense the exercise will be. But we really want to focus on the glutes doing the work. We want to build up that hip strength. Good. Exhale to pull apart. Inhale to bring it back. Exhale to pull apart. Inhale to bring it back. Exhale to pull apart. Inhale to bring it back. And 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, team, you can relax the band. And we're gonna move on to our chest exercise, which you can do the banded chest press, or you can do the wall push-up. Whatever you prefer. Remember, band over top of the arms can give you more resistance. I personally don't like it rubbing on my arms, so I like to get it underneath the armpits. You can decide what feels best for you. All right, and then we're gonna take a breath in. Exhale as we push through the hands. Inhale to return to that starting position. Exhale to push. Inhale to go back. 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 And 10, 9, not 9, 11. We're counting up, not down. And last one, 12. And relax there. Brilliant. So feel free to grab a sip of water. I'm going to count out 3 breaths for us, and then we're going to do 2 different exercises, our last 2 exercises of the day. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Good work. So you can maintain that breathing pattern. Let's see the thumbs. Where are we at? Awesome. Brilliant. Great work, everybody. Fantastic. All right. Our final two exercises for today. For our lower body exercise, if you are going to choose to remain seated, what I'm going to encourage you to do is line your feet up with the legs of your chair. And we're just going to pull our feet back against the chair. Or some of you prefer to think of it as pushing your heels into the chair legs. You're going to feel some tightening of the muscles at the back of your thigh or the underneath of your thigh. And then relax. So again, you're going to bring your heels, push them into the chair legs. 1, 2, 3, and relax, okay? If you're choosing to stand, what I'm going to get us doing is we're going to use the back of our chair. And we're going to have our hands here. We're going to bend forward just a little bit. Unless that's uncomfortable on your back, then you can stay up tall. And we're just going to press our leg back behind us. And the goal is not to lift it up as high as we can. I want you to think about pushing something away from you. And then we're going to bring it back in. So we're going to lift the foot, push it back behind us. And we're going to feel that tightening in glute and hamstring. And then you can either step back in or just lift the knee up. Ready? 10. Push it back. And bring it in. 9. Bring it back in. 8. Press that away from you. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And we're going to change legs. Ready? And push it away from you. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. If you start feeling it in your lower back, that might be a sign you're moving through the back. Think about pushing more downwards. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax there. Might need to shake the hips out. And then we've got our upper body exercise, which you can do standing or seated. We've got the stretchy band. Maybe you'll choose to use body weight or just pull against something to create tension. Now these are called either band pull aparts or T rows, because when we pull the arms apart, we create a T. Whatever you choose. If this movement does not feel good for your neck or shoulders, you're welcome to bring the arms down and pull apart slightly. Or you can think about just that tension. So you just pull and hold. Okay, so let's work together to find out what works best for you. But we're pulling for 10. 9. Exhale as we pull. Inhale as you come back. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you come back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And relax. Maybe you need to roll your shoulders back. Good. This is a good time to assess. Did that feel like it really tightened up in your neck or through the upper shoulders? So maybe we'll need to change it slightly for the second round. Okay. All right, team. One more round of working our hamstrings, either seated or standing. Your choice. Good. And now there's one variation you can do standing. If you want to think about just keeping your legs straight, tighten your glute to pull your leg back just a little bit. You can practice that as well. We're doing 10. Ready? And 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Change legs and 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And relax there. Great job, everybody. We've just got our band pull-aparts or T-rows, and then it'll be time to stretch. Remember to do what feels best for your body. And we're going to exhale as we pull. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And relax there. Fantastic. Roll the shoulders back. Roll out the wrists. All right, team. You can grab that sip of water, but it is time to stretch, which will be great. All right. What we're going to start with is sitting up tall. We're going to take one hand, reach across our body. Same hand is going to go on the hip. We're going to breathe in to sit up tall, and we're going to exhale to slowly turn towards our hands as if we're trying to look over the shoulder, but stay within your range, what feels good for you. We're going to hold that position for an inhale, a slow exhale, one more inhale, and exhale to turn to face back forwards. Then we're going to the other side. Take a hand, reach across your body. Same hand goes on the hip. Breathe in to sit up tall. Exhale to slowly turn. And hold for a breath in. Slow exhale. Inhale. And exhale to face forward. Excellent. Take your arms, and within your own range, you're going to bring them together. Don't force yourself to touch forearms together, but just go to where it's a little bit of a stretch. Then we're going to inhale to pull them apart. Think about gently squeezing the shoulder blades together. A gentle stretch through the chest. Exhale to bring them back towards each other. When you're ready, inhale to pull apart. Exhale to bring them closer together, whatever that looks like to you. One more inhale to pull them apart. Exhale Bring arms towards each other and then relax. Awesome. Okay, let's take one leg stretched out in front of you. We're gonna bend through the hips, so keeping the chest up as we lean forward, reaching towards our toes. Now during stretch time, this is a really great time to ask any questions that you might have. Did you have any questions about the exercises we did today? Questions about activity in general? Any injuries that I need to know about?
Jill, excuse me, Jill.
Hi, Richard.
Your most of these exercises where we are using our elbows, you want us to keep the elbows in. Is there a particular reason for that?
Mostly we can change legs. Most of the time when I cue your elbows to stay in, it's for usually one of two reasons. One reason, like for when we did our W breathing, I encourage you to keep elbows tucked in because I'm looking for us to get a little bit of rotation through the shoulders. So if we move our arms outwards, we're not getting that same opening up through that middle part of your back. And remember that middle part of your back is called your thoracic spine, and that's the part of your spine that your ribs attach to. So keeping elbows in, we're getting a little bit more movement through that upper back, which can really help improve tightness with your rib cage as well. When we do overhead movements, and we can change here, you can cross the leg over, bring it up as high as is comfortable for your body. When we do overhead movements, I'll encourage people to think about keeping elbows in if you've got a sore shoulder, because that can often relieve shoulder pain. Many people, not everybody, many people with shoulder pain find arms out and press to be more aggravating on a shoulder, but some people find it to feel better. Does that answer your question, Richard?
Yes, thank you. I had turned the sound off again.
Oh, oops. That's a really great question though. It's helpful for us to understand why we're moving our bodies in certain ways. That's really great. Let's change legs. So again, you can cross your foot over, bring it up as high as is comfortable for you. Do we have other questions? Did everyone enjoy their exercises today? There we go. Awesome. All right, team, we're gonna relax this leg. We're going to drop it back behind us, or you can turn sideways in your seat, whatever feels best for you. And then we're aiming to get a bit of a stretch through the front of the hip. If you kind of tuck your hip, think of a dog tucking their tail, you can increase the stretch through that hip. And then if you like to lift the arm of the same side as the back leg, that can also deepen the stretch. Think about your slow, steady breathing. And we're going to slowly lower that arm down and change legs. So again, we can tuck the hip to increase that stretch. You can raise that arm up to increase the stretch. Stretching should feel pretty gentle. Might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you don't want it to feel straining. You don't want it to feel like a really big stretch. Because when it feels like that, it can be hard for the muscle to actually relax into the stretch. And that's our goal when we stretch, is we want the muscle to relax to help it lengthen back out and help reduce that tension. The relaxing is key. All right, relax that arm there. Let's take the knees and feet out wide. We're aiming to feel a little bit of a stretch through those adductors or inner thigh. We're going to take one hand and gently press one knee a little more open to increase that stretch if it feels okay for you. Our other arm, we're going to open up on our inhale, and we're going to exhale to bring the arm back in. We're going to do 3 more like that. Inhale, open up. Exhale to bring it back in. Inhale to open up. Exhale to bring it back in. Inhale to open up. Exhale to bring it back in. Then we're going to switch sides. Hand gently presses into that leg. Inhale to open up. Exhale to bring it back in. Inhale to open up. Exhale back in. Inhale, open up. Exhale to bring it in. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And relax there. Bring the legs back in. And we're going to finish with 3 deep breaths. I'm going to count a 4-second inhale and a 6-second exhale. That time, you may need to shorten that time to feel your best. You may need to lengthen that time to feel your best. Do whatever's best for you, and you can do whatever you want with your arms. We're breathing in, fill up the belly, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. It's wonderful working with all of you. I hope to see you all back on Thursday. Remember to treat your exercises like a medical appointment. Keep it consistent. We've got this together. All right, happy Tuesday.